Cel-Nav is overwhelmingly considered to be a lot harder than T-Nav, not because the math is difficult, but because firstly, you're being asked to think about things and think in ways that you normally haven't before. Everything in T-Nav, even if it might be difficult, or a little bit complicated, it fundamentally can work within your intuition. Like you know what the tides are, you know what currents do to a ship, you know, you can understand what you're doing when you're looking at a chart. None of that is really like, I guess, conceptually new, but there's a lot to Cel-Nav that you've never thought about before, and so you kind of have to not just reorient your vocabulary like you need to in T-Nav, but also just learn entirely new concepts. The other hard part about Cel-Nav is it's just such an in-depth and immersive process that it takes an extremely long time to learn how to do and to actually understand. And not just in terms of being able to do it effectively, but even in your class, it will take you like 2 months before you can actually do a full sight reduction of the sun, just because you need to learn so many steps and all of the exceptions and special circumstances within each step that you need to be prepared to accommodate for every single time. And that's one of those things that you can't just figure out if you're smart. You have to learn them all distinctly and put in as much effort to kind of remember the patterns and when you do what. And that really throws people off, especially when they're halfway through the process of learning that and they still haven't made a single fix ever. They still don't know what it's all coming towards or what the thing that they are specifically doing even accomplishes. So all of that contributes to people having an impression that Cel-Nav is just constant work with like no end in sight, and they never really conceptually understand what they're doing. I want to clear that up, but it's going to likewise be a long time before we get to a video where I actually put a fix down on a plotting sheet, especially because I don't have any with me, so I'm going to have to order them. So this will be delayed as well just because of that. But we're going to spend a lot of time just breaking down the concept and the basics before we even get into calculating anything.